Arthur Abrahams.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. We're at Nightmasters at Wanneroo Raceway.
We are.
You've just had a pretty good time out on track.
Yeah, thank you. First out win for 2021. I'm happy.
Yeah,
so hope I
awesome.
can repeat it in the second race. It's always harder to repeat it in the second race.
Yeah, rinse and repeat.
Yes, exactly right.
So
yeah.
the boys are working hard behind you, the Fast Lane Racing boys.
Yes, Fast Lane Racing have been fabulous to me. I came over middle of last year because COVID had destroyed the season, of course, as you're well aware. And I had this sitting in a garage on the East Coast. I was going to do the GT Championship in it. And I decided bugger it, and I packed up all my possessions and moved them over here.
Might as
but
well.
I was already living here anyway. I was just commuting backwards and forwards, and just thought bugger it, stick it in a container and bring it here. And whilst I could have sent it back this year, I kind of like the
climate's
cruisy
nice, isn't
vibe,
it?
so
Yeah?
I thought I'd stay. Yeah.
So are you planning to stay long term in Perth?
Yeah, this is it.
This is it? We're here now?
Postal address has been changed.
Yep,
Yep.
that's it.
I'm now a Perth resident, even voted in the recent election.
Oh yeah, who'd you vote for?
That's
you don't have to tell
classified
me.
information.
It was weird though, there were so many strange parties.
Yes, there were, yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
politics aside, let's talk about more racing. So when did you first start racing?
1982.
82?
Yes,
so
that's
what,
a long time
34
ago.
years ago?
I'm not saying.
No?
But it's a fair while.
No, 30...
It's a long time.
A little bit.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
my phone.
And,
that's
and
going
where
off
did you
my phone.
start?
Sandown in a 500k race at in the old Group C touring cars in a Group C Escort.
Oh, okay, cute.
Yep. And I didn't finish that race, but I did win that year's endurance championship. So that was fun.
So this is the illustrious history that
Well, that's one. I've won 4
rooting
titles
for.
in the country. I won
Okay.
3 in Formula 2, 87, 91, 93. And I won the 83, I think it was actually, the 83 Group C Endurance Championship for under 1600cc cars. And that was my first full year of racing.
What's been your career highlight, if you have one?
I think the Formula 2 championships were good. The first one, you never forget the first one of anything really, but you don't forget your first championship. I wasn't favoured, I wasn't the best driver, and but we were really good engineers and just kept working problems and got to the last race and I had to win, and the guy I was competing against had to go be worse than third. So I was on basically hiding to nothing, and he crashed.
Oh,
He crashed in qualifying, and I went on to win the race and win the championship. Then had to go to America for a few years for business. I raced Indy Lights over there as much as I could. Came back, dusted off the old girl, and won the 91 title after that. Couldn't afford to race in 92, so hired my car out and crewed it.
yeah.
I hated that year. And then got back into it in 93 with a Reynard 913, which was a Formula 3 car, and smashed it out of the park, loved it. Then 94 got into Formula Holden, did Formula Holden for 3 years. So, and that was me done.
And then, okay, so talk to me about your
Yes.
Huracan.
Well, I was out of it for 27 or so years, never even went to a race.
Okay.
And I got invited to Phillip Island to do a track day in my road car. And I thought, this will be embarrassing, old guy, blah, blah. Anyway, 2 laps in and then we put the car into the ocean because I took turn 1 flat out, which you actually can't do in a road car. And came in and complained bitterly about the car to the people there. They said, well, you need a faster car.
Yeah, that's it, got you.
And they happened to be agents for the Super Trofeo, well, they were Lamborghini agents, and they were able to sell me this car. So I thought I didn't want to do GT3, which is where I now belong. I thought I wasn't going to race well enough, and I bought this, did 2 races in it, and then instantly realised I needed a faster car. So, but then when I brought her over here, she fits the category over here beautifully.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it, and I can do things I couldn't do in the national title anyway, because it was a fixed car. You could do nothing. Here I'm in sports cars, not in GT.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different.
The field that you're in is like hugely varied.
Yes, you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's why I say I hope I win the second race, because the car's faster than anybody else, but some of them got 700 horsepower. more.
Yeah. So what do you like? Maximum 680,
It's got 640.
640. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't use it all anyway because it just spins up the wheels.
Yeah.
But off the line and in the straight line, the big Falcons are just eat me up. And if they can get down the inside of me, of course, they block my exit, and then it's hard work.
Yeah. You can't push through. Yeah.
No. And then you're on the slow part of the track, which is very fast. But if you're behind someone,
Yeah. You kind of hold it.
that's
held
why
up.
on that first lap, that guy tried so hard to go down the inside. Because if he'd put himself in front of me, it would have been difficult.
Yeah.
So I'd better wise up the next race and not let a big gap for someone to drive through.
Have you got a fastest lap time today?
I presume so. I don't know.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah. I was a long way ahead in the end, so I presume so, but I was nowhere near my best time here. So I've done a 54.8 here in October, which was not bad. I think today was like a low 56.
Okay. That's very quick.
Yeah,
Very quick.
but not as quick as it should be. I want to be in a high 53, to be honest.
Okay. So that's what we're pushing for.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get it, but I'll try.
Yeah. Well, I'll be keep my fingers crossed for you.
There you go.
So, is there anyone that you really want to thank as part of your sponsorship package?
I've thanked my crew, and Brett Lupton, Fast Lane Racing, has been such a gentleman since I came over here last year. Canon was my company. I sold it in July, and I had an existing sponsorship agreement which Hellers Australia, who bought Canon, have honoured, which is very nice of them. And
that's really
so that
nice.
was for 2 years. And so thanks, Hellers.
Okay, that's great to have them still on board.
Yes, indeed,
Fantastic.
indeed. So other than that, Melbourne Performance Centre, known as MPC, which is the Audi Sports connection in Australia, they run me over the east, and they've been a great help as well. So that's about the size of it. And I'm doing the GT3 Championship this year on the East Coast.
You are?
I've got an
Okay.
Audi GT3 over there.
Perfect. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes, I go to Bathurst next weekend. Haven't raced at Bathurst since 1987.
Is it- That's a long time ago.
Yes, Tony Longhurst's Ford Sierra Cosworth 500. The year after he won Bathurst, he sold that to a guy called Brian Bolwell, and I was his pro driver, so to speak,
Okay.
that year. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to
Not crashing.
not crashing.
Yes.
Yes.
And I actually lead my division in that championship after Phillip Island last weekend.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so something to look forward to.
Absolutely. And you were saying a moment ago how you enjoy the ambience here in Perth.
Yes.
So it's something you'll always do, race Wanneroo?
Yeah, and Collie, I guess. I'll go down to Collie, but I like this is more like what it was like when I started racing back in the day with Formula 2, that people got together, had barbecues and a beer after the race, and you know, hey, what did you do to me in this corner? Not stalk down the pit lane to beat you to death, and it just wasn't as serious. And this isn't.
Yeah.
You know, this is technically just for fun, and no one really can afford to smash their cars up. You go out there, you have fun, you have a bite, you might have a beer, and after you get home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social.
Social, yes.
That's nice.
Exactly. So I am enjoying that, and I was really worried about when I went back over east whether I would want to assimilate back into that high-powered world
Yeah.
of everything. They'll take a fine off you for doing anything wrong because that's the level you're at.
Yeah.
You can't make a mistake. So,
Yeah, it's very glamorous at the top end.
It is. Not, and GT racing doesn't make many headlines, but they're very wealthy people that run those cars, and they've got a fair entourage. So you've got to be on your game, and it's a world challenge. And I've actually got an international license because I'm racing over there. Haven't had one of them for a long time either. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. I am enjoying myself at a calmer age than I was when I did it before, when it was sheep stations and spaceships were up for offer. Now it's just a plastic trophy worth $5.
Well, at least you get a little memento.
I do, and they adorn the shelves.
Perfect. Little
Yes.
dust collectors.
Yes, exactly right, yes. Yeah, but at least they don't tarnish.
Well, that's right.
The old ones I got used to tarnish.
Yeah, you have to be there buffing
Yes,
every weekend.
yes.
Oh, well, I do appreciate you taking the time out to have a
welcome.
yak with us.
It's been fun.
Good luck in race two.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will. I'll go and eat something now and then get ready.
Yep, sounds great. Thanks,
Thank you
Arthur.
so
Thanks
much.
so much.
Cheers. Bye now.